all right.
How's it?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 3 of season 2. Give it up for the NBA SA show. One day we're gonna do this in front of a live studio audience and they're gonna go nuts. Vuvuzelas.
Can we walk out like we those dots owns?
We can. I'd love to see you walk out of here. Hi guys. So for those of you that don't know us, I thought maybe there's a random brah that comes across our video who doesn't know who we are. So just in 30 seconds, quickly give us a little introduction as to who you boys are. I'll maybe start with, we are 3 friends from South Africa. We've known each other for many years, and we grew up playing basketball for a club called the Montana Vikings. And we got to know each other, and we've been friends for many years, and we share this love for basketball and the NBA. And about a year ago, we decided to do this thing where once a week we're going to try our best to do once a week. We meet up and we talk about the NBA because we love the NBA. Away. Kirk, over to you, bro. Give me 30 seconds as to who you are. Away.
Yo, you put the man in the spot here, brother.
That's the way. We front of a live studio audience.
Yo, where do we start? I discovered basketball through the dream team, I suppose, like everybody else. But maybe you guys weren't born. Maybe you guys weren't born then. But I discovered basketball through the dream team. We didn't have coverage of basketball back in the day, and I used to get friends from Australia to mail me videotapes of recorded NBA games just so that I could watch NBA games. It was like, that's how we used to hustle to get exposure to the NBA. And I mean, loved it ever since, been playing the game for 20 odd years. Went into coaching, coached at various levels, coached at IP provincial level, and it was interesting. I suppose, I mean, obviously you see a different side of the game coaching, and it's weird being a player and a coach. That's a different dynamic to being a player, a coach only. So yeah, that is an interesting period of my life. But yeah, I just love the NBA, love the entertainment, love the spectacle, and that's why we're here talking cack about it every week.
Yeah. Awesome. Tell me, give the people a 30 seconder.
30 seconds or 2 minutes and 30 seconds, like yours.
47 seconds. You can go 47 seconds.
You can go 3 minutes, Tim. Talk about Moscow as well.
So as much as it's important to talk about sort of who we are, I think it's also important to let people know what to expect. Right? So actually, we're a group of friends where Wambra asks us questions to prepare, and then he asks us different questions, and then we answer something completely different.
About the Mavs, yeah.
So tell me about yourself. I'll tell you what to expect. We're biased, emotional. We like disagreeing, especially when it's with me.
Yes. Yeah. Perfectly said. Boys, I'll start off the conversation. I haven't been watching a lot of basketball. Obviously, following the Lakers, been a difficult time for me. But outside of the Lakers, the Milwaukee Bucks have had my eye for the last 3 games in a row, and they look like fire. They look like absolute fire. So I'd love to start, if you guys don't mind, with the Milwaukee Bucks. All 3 of us called it that they will have a good season. They look like a team that is gelling nice and early. Giannis is serious. That brah's not playing any games. And Tim always references, they look like a team that they have fun. They look like they know each other. And yeah, man, I love what I'm seeing from Milwaukee. Any of you two been catching up with Milwaukee at all?
Yes, I watched the last game. And like you said, actually them retaining players was effectively their their trade for the season for the year. I mean, I think it was they got Brook Lopez back. Um, um, Chris is not playing it, right? He's still on the mend. Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't play in that game. So I mean, he must still come back, and they already play without him. So I mean, like you said, we called it. We knew that they were gonna come back hungry. They coming back to Kruger Point. And I don't see them not making the finals, to be honest, unless Giannis gets injured.
Timido?
Man, that Atlanta game, I don't think that they played well. And Atlanta played quiet defense on Giannis. And Giannis looked like he struggled the whole game. And he still finished with like 30 points, 20 rebounds. They had these months. I actually think that I agree with Kirk. I suppose one thing is retaining people, but the other thing is some of you people are just playing better. Like Brook Lopez he suckled last year. Right? Now he looks like he's Brook Lopez from 2 years ago. And so if he's shooting well, then they can play lineups with him and Giannis and Bobby Portis. Right?
Yeah.
And then when Middleton comes back, he can play the two guard who's playing the one. He's huge. And then when Ingles comes and starts playing again, they can play a small lineup with Giannis at the 5, right? Ingles and Middleton, right? Connaughton also isn't playing yet, and Giroux. So their small lineup is still a big lineup, right? I think you know a team is good when they play badly or don't play that well, right? And
win
relatively easily against a good team. Yeah, that's cool, and I liked it. Or not to like it.
Away. KD?
And what's good, Ingles is like the poor man's PJ Tucker, bro. He's low-key fail. He's low-key cut fail.
Except he's better offensively.
Yeah. But I like players like that though, right? Ones that are just neatly dirty. Like, dirty to a degree where even the refs like, you fail, bruh. But okay, it's fine.
But okay.
Okay, don't do it again. Just show him the whistle.
It reminds me of you, Wesley.
Wow. Only when somebody does something to me. Everything is fine until you play dirty first. Over to my other team, of course. And now I only want to talk about the Lakers because of LeBron and chasing the number. What was interesting about the last game, their first win of the season, was the role that the bench played in that game. Even though Lonnie Walker isn't a bench player, when he caught fire, and when white boy's name, what's his name?
Austin Reeves.
Yeah. There was this end of the third where they went on this run. Russell Westbrook looked like he was having the most fun of his life in that game. But it was just interesting for me to see when your bench plays really well and is feeling it, how everybody starts feeling it. But outside of that, the Lakers, even in their 5 losses, I've said this last week, they always looked like they were in it. So maybe this is new team jitters. Maybe not jitters is the right word, but being a new team, new pieces that are trying to fit in. Pat Bev still trying to do his thing, being super commanding. But it's not really his space, but he wants to own that space in this new team. Have you guys been following the Lakers at all?
Not really, to be honest.
I thought so.
I mean, I knew they were going to be cuck. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to spend 2 hours a day on watching cuck. So
Yeah.
I keep track of their scores. I just want them to come close to 4 out of 10 so that I can get my beers from you. That's the only thing I'm interested in right now. So if
Watch
they
them
beat
get
Utah,
5 out of 10.
if they beat you, then I'm getting beers.
What did you
Oh no,
say? You said 6.
No,
I
then
said
we
4.
split in the middle.
I said
No,
6.
you said 6, I said 4.
Yeah.
So
Tell
actually,
me
if they
when.
get 5, then we split in the middle.
Yeah.
Then
Did you
They're
understand what I
gonna,
say?
they're not going to get 5.
What did you say, Tim?
Our liner. I don't even remember this bit. I'm gonna see people said Lakers.
Okay, Kirk, between me and you.
They must beat
Alright,
Utah. They must beat Utah twice, and then I'm.
Yeah.
There's no chance I beat
And you know
Utah.
what else?
Utah's quiet now.
Yeah. But that will also tank soon. That will tank soon. I think so. What do you think of Utah?
I think Danny Ainge is gonna tank them at some stage.
He's trying.
He's like,
trying.
You will tank, or I'll just trade you all. Fuck you. Don't embarrass me and win, yeah?
Yeah, don't be quiet.
Yeah. Kirk, you been following?
No.
Which teams? Okay, let's go with who we have been following. So I've just been following 2 teams with Milwaukee and the Lakers.
Yeah.
Maybe tell me you go first, bro. Be outside of the Mavs for obvious reasons. Who else you been following? Which teams been exciting?
Whoever the Mavs play that night, he's following.
Making fantasy trade requests. Who you got, Timmy?
Look up. So I do want us to talk about the Pelicans for a moment, because if you're going to talk about a team, right, that looks like they enjoy just playing, right, it is them. And I think they're going to. I'm really worried about the injuries, right? I am, right. Ingram getting concussed, right. I mean, if we're not careful, Zion's gonna start having jokes like day-to-day Davis, right? But when they play, the ball moves, right? They're athletic, they run, they're playing defense, they're jumping all over the place. They're like a young team that haven't figured it out, but the effort is there and the fun is there. Like, I would love to go to one of their games, right? In their home stadium and enjoy that shit. Right? Kind of like Memphis last year. Right? This year. They are fun to watch, especially when Zion's playing. Right? And people have got this impression of him that he just gets the ball and he goes downhill and he finishes. Actually, there are lots of times where he goes downhill and then he jumps and he realizes, fuck. Right? Then he waits for everybody to land and he turns his body and he throws it all the way back. And either somebody has a 3 or they rotate the ball after that. It's a joy. And if you haven't spent time watching it, go watch it. It's cool.
KD?
Yeah, they're a young team with belief.
Yeah.
And that's what makes them entertaining here. They believe that they have the makings to do well. And I think that's what's making them special at the moment. And it doesn't help that CJ is just a beast.
Yeah.
and he's playing that role perfectly. Yeah.
But
what I like,
great though, right? Because he's always been overshadowed by Dame. And fair enough. Right?
Yes.
But it's cool because when they need a bucket, they'll give him the ball. Crossover.
Yeah.
Pretend I'm Steph Curry.
I love how CJ McCollum works to find his shot. Like, you'll often see he takes similar shots the same time from similar places.
Yeah.
And he's got his spot, and he will take his time. He's super chilled. He always seems like he's in full control. And when he makes his move, he gets to his spot. You can always see he's so comfortable in taking. It's almost like when I'm here, I'm gonna do this move because I want to get to that little spot over there. When I get to that little spot, and his fadeaway is so clean, man, so clean, just super smooth. Yeah, way. Kurt, who else you got?
So
man?
I've been following the teams that I called to make the second rounds of the playoffs. So I've been watching New Jersey. I've been watching Philly. New Jersey's a tough watch.
You mean Brooklyn?
Yeah, New Jersey Nets. Brooklyn Nets, yes. Yo, that shows my age, man. Yeah.
Okay, Richard Jefferson.
Yeah, Brooklyn. I mean, they circle. It's not possible. It's like just clear. It's ISO. It's I'll go, you go, I go, you go, I go, you go. But they have flashes. They have flashes of good stuff. But those flashes are few and far between. Harden is drifting. I'm enjoying watching him go to work in Philly. Obviously, Milwaukee we spoke about, and then Boston. I mean, Boston haven't missed a beat. They are intense. They play with fire. They play with intensity, and they actually one of the better teams to watch.
Boston look like the cheaters of back in the day. Like Rassi used to be on the roof. Askat Iva Udoka is busy calling plays on the roof. 76. Yeah. Oh wait, Timmy, you been catching any of the Celtics?
No, but can we address the Kyrie in the room?
Sure, yeah. And because of how good he is.
No, because of the cuck he talks. They put the mic in his face.
Yes. And what he says, I mean, he's literally turned into, right, the NBA's Kanye West. Right? And he's about to be cancelled. When your owner says, I apologize for this guy, right? I think that's a real problem. And in my mind, I was like, he's going to be fine this year. It's a contract year. Right? Actually, I thought he was going to be quiet. Yeah? But seven, have they ever played 7 games? How many fucking games have they played? They've played 6 games. Right? And this bruh might be benched or taken out the league or like it's I don't know why I'm upset. I don't give a fuck. My internet's hater.
There's something to be said for finding your voice and using your platform and all of those things. But don't be a doers, man. Like, don't do dumb shit.
TBAP.
Yes. Yeah.
And I feel outside I feel for Kevin Durant. I feel for him. And all the other people on that team.
Yeah. Everybody else is trying to play the PR game and keep the appearances, like everything's fine, and this guy is just kicking down doors and fucking smashing windows left, right, and center.
You never know, man. Owens have their own ulterior motives. You never know what it's about. And with Kyrie, you always have to question why with these Owens. You always have to question why.
I know why.
So he might have his own thing. Maybe he's trying to take attention away from the bad basketball. You never know. You just never know. These Owens do crazy things, man.
Because he's Australian.
Strategically, let me. Yeah, maybe he's trying to cover up for another Australian.
Yeah.
Well, let's not talk about Ben Simmons. Let me say something so that all the tension's on me. You never know, man.
He must walk around sandpaper. Be fine.
Yeah.
Not
Anyway,
saying.
That's the
One more team.
nasty American PR game.
Yeah.
To me.
One more team that we must mention. Right? The Cavs.
Yes. Yes.
Another fun team. Another fun team. Young, full of belief. Donovan Mitchell is on fire. Right? Mobley's cool, and he's still got a long way to go. And they're doing all of it without arguably the second best player, right? In Garland, because Garland got injured, hurting my fantasy team early. But they are on fire. They are starting out good. They've got balance. Yeah, no, I'm enjoying them. I'm enjoying them. I'm interested to see when they play a team like the Clippers, right? Who have big wings. I'm interested to see sort of what happens then, because they don't. They've got big dudes and they got smallish dudes, right? But they don't have lots of guys in between. And I think that's it's going to be interesting. But for now, they definitely a team to watch. And then one last, I'm gonna send a little shout out to you guys. So I didn't watch Atlanta a lot until Kirk said, "Look here, go and watch Atlanta." Right? But that Ukongu kid,
yeah, I'm glad you said it.
Sure.
Glad he's playing, man.
Goodness.
Yeah. Atlanta's fun, bro. Atlanta's fun to watch. I told Kirk when we saw each other at your place. Atlanta is entertainment. Atlanta's entertainment, and they've got Michael Jackson on the floor. whether you like Trae Young or not, the Bra is a showstopper, and they're a fun team to watch. Yeah. Kirk, have you watched a lot of the games? All of the games?
Just one comment on it. Maybe I haven't watched a lot of the games. So I love Trae, right? I think he's super fun, right? I'm not convinced he makes basketball easier for the guys around him. Yeah, if he's not throwing them an alley-oop, right? He doesn't create shitloads of space for everybody else, right? And you see it with the Jante, right? So he's either going to score, the other one's going to score, but it's going to be off one-on-one plays, right? They don't often create space for the other person to go to work, which, look, many NBA teams do, but it's just interesting to see with somebody who is that dominant with the ball.
Okay, do you feel the same way?
I agree with what you're saying here. He does have like you said, actually, what is his? It will be interesting to see his assists. Actually, I'll look it up in a minute.
So I'm not saying that he doesn't get assists. I suspect that he might get assists, right? So he'll get it again and throw a lob, right? And somebody won't get it, and that'll probably happen 7 or 8 times a game, right? But often what will happen is, right, a player who is a tremendous scorer will be like a freaking moon. There'll be gravity around them. The defense will be drawn to them, right? And they don't necessarily need to be the person to give the ball to the guy who scores, right? But because the defense draws close, right, you throw it to the guy next to you, all of a sudden they've got space to work, right? And whether they score and dribble the ball twice or give it to the next person, it creates flow in your offense. Yeah. He doesn't create flow in the offense. He is the offense.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's because he's got a unique skill set in that he's cut small, and people think I can guard him one-on-one, and they can't.
No, they can't.
That's it. So people don't anticipate the need to help on him, even though he's been fucking people up for years. Like, they try to make it difficult for him, but he makes ridiculous shots, right? And he makes shots under pressure, and he gets to the basket, or he has that mid-range. So you're right in that he doesn't instill traditional fear in defenses, but he's wily and crafty in that sense. Yeah, you're right. So I guess that's in that regard, he doesn't break defenses down and create for his teammates in that sense. Yeah.
He doesn't bend the defense, he just breaks it.
Yeah. He chips a little cut in it and he goes.
Yeah. Runs through its legs. Let's move over to the West, man. Not to be cliche, but the Phoenix is back at doing what they did for 2 years in a row. This is their third year, and they're starting off really, really well. Booker had a Moses statement game when we spoke about it last week. And actually watching a couple of short clips of Booker against Clay in that game, like that was a big, big, big statement game by Booker saying, and then coming out after the game saying, "I love Clay, right?" But on the court, like I want to move him, right? Kirk, I want to go to you with this one. Is this same old, same old?
Wake me up when it's playoffs.
Okay.
I told you.
How do you feel?
I told you when we called them, I said they're going to win a shit load of games in the regular season. And when it comes to playoffs, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Timmy, your thoughts?
Kirk's right.
Okay.
So none of this is unexpected.
Nothing to report yet.
Yeah. So it wasn't unexpected that win a lot of games in the regular season. We all said that, I think. Right?
Yeah.
The only thing that was unexpected is that I think they lost their first game. Right? They were like, "Yo." Yeah. And actually last season they started slow also. Right?
Yeah.
They lost it in the beginning and then they lost a shitload afterwards. Something like that. Yeah. They're gonna win a lot. They'll be fine. Yeah. But I wouldn't be crazy fearful if the Mavs played them again in the playoffs. Yeah, it's one of those moves.
You see that, Timmy? You see that, Kirk? No matter what we do, he brings it back to Dallas, pal. No matter what.
Of course.
Conjunction.
Keep planting that seed. Just keep planting that seed.
You're only as good as your last playoff game. And who was the Suns' last playoff game against?
Thank you, Nas. Thank you, Nas. Katie, what you got in the West, bro? Who is San Antonio going to make the top 8?
Maybe, bro.
All of a sudden, San Antonio and Utah is hot fire.
Unbeatable.
Yeah. So two of the teams that I was plugging in the West, Golden State and Clippers, are circling at the moment.
Yeah.
So we discussed Golden State. So apart from the fact that Golden State they're trying to figure things out and their whole players are trying to impose themselves on the games and stuff, and how sticky the ball is. We must also remember that they are the defending champs, and every night is a final for the team that they're playing against. So that is something that they need to come to terms with as well. So that everybody, this is a statement game for us. We can beat the defending champs. It will validate what we're doing so far. Blah 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 blah. We know that whole story. So that's their boat. The Clippers are just odd. I expected them to be a lot better than they are, with role changes, and I suppose it's the whole uncertainty around Kawhi and bringing Walker. I mean, because Wall is good. He can. I mean, when he's healthy, he's going to be something else in that team. I don't see Reggie Jackson keeping the starting point guard slot. But it remains to be seen again if Wall is going to get healthy, if he's going to get that step back in his game. While he's showing flashes, that's not good enough to get them to the conference finals.
Facts. Timmy?
Well, I like that you brought up the Clippers. But that is Wall's bonus, right? He doesn't need to be a starting point guard on that particular team, right? Like whatever they get from him in school, even if he just shows flashes, right? And some of the flashes he showed now, like I'm quite excited about. I kind of like the dude. Like, I don't understand why there's hate often thrown towards him, right? If you have a best player who takes up almost half of your salary cap, right? He actually needs to fucking play, right? Like, I feel sorry for Davis because Davis is loving there going, but this motherfucker never plays. Make fun of Kawhi.
Yeah. Nobody makes fun of Kawhi.
I mean, it's almost scoff. Like, to be honest, I'd fucking hate to play on the team with that, bro. Right? Like, I would. It doesn't look fun, right? It doesn't look fun when he's there. When he's not there, everybody's cucked because he's taking off the salary, right? It's weird, and that's one thing. And then the worst thing about them is Norm Powell actually thinks he's Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah. He does.
Blows my mind. Paul George is actually
he is ready.
He is good. Yeah. So why? I felt the same way. I felt the same way when I saw Norm Powell doing stupid shit, right? When I was watching the part of the Lakers game, right? And LeBron was on the court at the same time as Austin Reeves. And Austin Reeves was like, well, I'm going to do my best LeBron impression. Don't. Give him the fucking ball. Don't stand in the corner. You know, but at least they won that game. The Clippers fucking didn't.
Yeah, the Clippers.
Yeah, the Clippers like haven't won any game.
The Clippers are a strange team to watch. For that exact reason that I almost think they got an identity crisis there, right? Because exactly like you say, but this best player on the team with the maximum money doesn't play. There's this new brah, John Wall, old brah, got a lot to prove. Paul George, can you stay healthy and on the court? And then there's Luke Kennard and these other young brahs all trying to find their space. They look like a team that's struggling with identity, man. And it's going to take a while. But every game that you watch the Clippers, I tend to watch different commentary. So sometimes I watch the home commentary, second quarter, watch the away commentary, just to get different vibes. There's massive expectations from everybody of the Clippers, even with their poor performances. Everybody constantly says, we're expecting big things from the Clippers. Is that an experience thing, or is that just money talking right there? Timmy?
So it's interesting because there's some teams when you watch, right, and you go, they'll figure it out. Like when you watch the Nuggets, right? Like they haven't looked amazing, but you also look at it and go, well, Murray's going to be a little bit better, right? KCP is going to fit in. When they play that lineup with their best 5 players, I'm like, this is what? Right? Jokic is generally going to fuck people up. And just even like one person will make a stupid decision, or one person will lose a defensive assignment. There are lots of easy things where you could go, I can see them suddenly turning the corner and getting good. Right? The Clippers will only be good if Kawhi plays. And what gives us any indication over the last 3 years that he's going to play enough games for that team to be good?
Good point. KD?
I think that's just the Clippers hater, in terms speaking, because they've subjected his team to so much hurt over the last few years, even without Kawhi. That to me just doesn't like them.
Yeah. I feel that though.
In fairness,
you could hear the sincerity in his voice. Like, puss, man. That's what he was actually wanting to say. He just wanted to say, "Hey, this team."
I watched him whole season. I'm happy.
Wise boost. Paul George boost. And the biggest of them all, Norman Powell.
No, I'm not Grand Emperor. He caused them to lose a lot.
Yeah.
I hope he starts when they play the Mavs.
Look, you feel the same way about the Clippers? They'll figure it out or not? after these few games.
I think a lot of what people are doing is, I suppose the one thing is they're feeding the narrative of the whole LA, the best team in LA feud thingy, because now there's legitimate claim to fill that role, because I mean Lakers are cack at the moment. So if now is the opportunity for them to step in and stake a claim, and everybody's expecting them to do that, but it looks like they're dropping the bag. It really looks like they're dropping the bag. Yeah.
Together those teams are 3-9. Who gives a fuck who's the
best? LA, baby. Big city.
People in LA, they're looking for something to do. I mean, they go to the exact same marina. It doesn't matter. They can just choose which day they go there.
If you check in Sacramento, they are 4-13.
Yeah.
That state is in real trouble.
Look, I mean, Golden State is not doing that fantastically either.
True.
Okay, that will make them 7-17. California is in cack at the moment with their basketball.
Yeah.
What's the weather like in California? Yes, are the men depressed? Shame. Anyway, the Bulls are my other team. They haven't really shown much. They win some close games. They've lost some close games. And yeah, man, that's pretty much all I've been following. Is there any other special mentions, as Tim would say? Kirk, really go with your Atlanta. We spoke about Milwaukee. Golden State, there's nothing to talk about over there. Clippers. We even spoke about Sacramento. Wow.
There's one team we haven't spoken about.
Okay.
Dallas.
Yeah. Well, we have spoken about them.
Okay, we always speak. Some of us always speak about them. Yeah, you're right.
Timmy, give us the weekly Dallas update, bro.
Can I go left first? Right. I think I mentioned it the last time. Right. I've enjoyed watching the Knicks play.
Said no one ever.
Nah, I promise you. Again, you know, Brunson, I was fine with him going. You see what I did there?
Even.
Don't you want to talk about Washington as well?
I'm getting there.
Brunson, yeah.
Okay, but look here, seriously. Actually, Brunson leaving, I think it's good for the Mavs. And Brunson going to the Knicks, I think it's going to be good for the Knicks. He takes a lot of pressure off. I think he is a piece that's taken some pressure off Randall. I think he's taken some pressure off RJ. Right? Look, I don't think they're going to be amazing, but they're going to win some exciting games. I think Madison Square Garden is going to be cool. Right? Obi Toppin's finally getting game time. Dude, there was one time he ran on the fast break. And I swear he was going to do another either through the legs or behind the back dunk. And I think the defender thought the same thing as well. So they jumped early. And he did a no-look pass. We just dropped the ball behind him. Right? I mean, when teams play like that, yeah, they'll do some dumb shit and they'll lose every now and then. But they'll also do some exciting stuff and win. I think like it's at least a shout out. Right? I wouldn't watch them against really good teams. Right, but they're gonna have some fun games against some mediocre to bad teams. It's cool. Yeah.
Okay. How's your Magic doing?
Well, Paolo's doing well.
How do you know?
And listen, and Bol Bol's doing well. over there. In fact, they can play a lineup of like all centers. They can play Paulo, Ball, Franz Wagner, right? Mo Bamba. Okay, point guard that might circle. I'm sad that Suggs got injured. Right? They still yeah. They're gonna lose a lot until they figure it out. They're super young. Super young. But they cut for now.
Well, I'm going to start watching one or two, well, at least paying attention to one or two Orlando games since I picked old Ball up this morning.
Look, he came in and he took that Mo Bamba spot. And Mo Bamba had a great season last year.
Yeah.
Right? And then they re-signed him. And now they snuck him on the bench, which is a bit weird, but you know, whatever. They cut him.
Magic. Tell me, I can't believe you literally Kirk threw you an assist to talk about Dallas, and you never talk about Dallas. You spoke about Brunson.
Well, but you know, Dallas is a way of producing, great players, teaching them how to play properly, and they go away and they flourish. Yeah?
You know what I do like that Luka does really well is when he goes around the screen and does that behind the back pass to the open 3-point shoot at the top of the key.
He did it twice in a clutch game. Look, you need to have some serious nuts to do that at the end of the game.
It's a nice comparison to make compared to someone like Trae Young, where Luka attracts all this attention and can throw passes like that to like a wide open, like wide open.
Yeah.
How is that? Is it just me that saw those two passes? Is that a regular part of his game on a regular basis?
Look, that's a regular thing for him. To be fair, I think that he's had, in general, maybe this is wrong. In general, I think he trusts the players around him more than Trae did. Who does? Yeah, and I think that may be valid to a degree, right? Other than John Collins, like I think Clay, Kevin Huerter, who's now gone. Yeah. And maybe that's also a style thing. There's probably also a Euro thing in there, right? So short man syndrome, maybe a little bit of that. Okay, but now I'm gonna take it. Now I'm gonna take the assist, right? That team is figuring some shit out, right?
Atlanta.
No, the Mavs, the fucking Mavs, dog. Yeah, that lineup that they were playing, where he chucked the ball behind his back, right? I thought that was an interesting lineup because, like, I liked Tim Hardaway as much as more than most, right? But he can also on his day become Lompao, right? And when they left Dinwiddie and Wood on the bench at the end of a close game, and it's not like Wood hasn't been a liability on defense. I thought it was strange because Wood shoots arguably better than Kleber. Yeah. But I like the fact that they have options. You can play Kleber there and I'm fine. You can play Wood there and I'm fine. Hell, you can play both of them. And
it was against Brooklyn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So look, they've got a long way to go. I like that kid is trying things out, right? And I trust that he understands the players not to fuck up their chemistry, right? On the way to getting them there. But at the end of the season, I would expect other players to be on at the end of the game. There were some strange lineups, but I'll trust the process. They've earned that, right?
Yeah. Also, I mean, they were in the Western Conference Finals last year. They must be taken seriously. They must be. You have to acknowledge Kid. You have to, So I don't think anybody's taking Dallas lightly, man. I wouldn't. I don't think you can. Kirk, your thoughts on Dallas? Have you watched enough?
Yeah, a number of people that I speak to are actually picking Dallas to go deep into like conference finals deep. Yeah. What is alarming to me is Luka's soccer tendencies. Whenever he falls, he rides like he got fucking shot by a sniper on the roof or something. Because, he gets bumped a lot, but he's a dicko, man. He can take it. Like, it is a bit worrying, and like One day he's gonna get cut hurt and nobody's gonna give a fuck. He's like, come get up, play. Walk it off.
Yeah. But he's young, man. He's young.
I agree with Gakko. He complains more than I would appreciate. But when at least when he gets knocked down, I'm not fearful. I know he's gonna get up and carry our play. It's like exactly. Davis got an offensive rebound and then a putback, right? Nobody around. And when he landed, he was like, "Oh, my back!" I'm like, "But you were literally fucking alone."
No, when I saw that offensive rebound and it goes back up, I was like, "Is this bro gonna get hurt by himself? You could hurt yourself."
No, you know what? Like if I was part of the team, I'd make sure that his house had the smallest dining room table ever. So he can't like pull a muscle stretching to reach across. Right? Everything must be right here by his plate. You must lean pull muscle.
Nice, shame, man. Shame. Do you think Anthony Davis has nothing to prove?
In his mind, he's got nothing to prove, but he's got everything to prove. Again, he won a championship in a shortened season in a fucking bubble and has never come close any other time.
Might I add playing with LeBron?
Playing with LeBron.
What does he have left to prove, Kirk?
That he can take a team to a championship and win a championship. That he can carry a team to a championship.
I don't think he's going to get that opportunity.
Do you think
what's
he
the expectation? That? No, he doesn't.
Yeah. So would you then say he is a number 2? He's not a number 1?
Yeah.
I would like to see somebody make the he's a number 1 argument.
Well, Kirk's point, of course, is he was a number 1 and they were nowhere for 7 years. Yeah.
So listen, but I mean that's not even really an argument, right? Because Christian Wood was the number 1 in Detroit last year. Right? Doesn't mean he's a number 1.
Yeah.
All that proves is you can't be a number 1 because when you are, right, you're going nowhere. Jeremy Grant was a number 1. Actually, so Christian Wood was 2 years ago. Jeremy Grant was the number 1 in Detroit last year. Yeah. Right? Now he's a number 3 in Portland. And they're doing quite.
But I mean, Jeremy Grant came out and said he doesn't mind being on a bad team as long as he gets to score. He literally said that.
He did say that. Then they pushed him to Portland and Dame said, "Hold my beer."
Yeah. You can be
the number 1 in defense. Go play defense, number 1.
Yeah. Interesting.
But yeah, I don't think AD. I suppose the fact that he's always injured, or I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I just think he's cack. That's just my professional assessment. Is that he's cack.
To me,
right now, we're standing there. We're about to pick teams. No? Carl Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis. Who'd you pick?
Delegate.
Who is one?
Okay, but that's a terrible comparison to make, actually, because you've got a 4.
What we're gonna play?
Because there's probably
5-on-5 basketball.
Yeah, but there's probably
how many games?
5, if not 6 or 7 big men that we could name right now that we would pick over Anthony Davis because of his track record over the last 3-4 years.
No. I'm saying we're playing right now. They both got shoes on and about to play. We're just gonna play this afternoon.
If we're gonna just play a pickup, I'll take AD. If we're just gonna play a 15-minute pickup
over Cat.
Possibly.
Hmm.
Look, there
Now,
is a scenario where I would take him, but I probably wouldn't. But I could see myself taking AD. I mean, if it's one game and it's just for shits and giggles and we're just gonna go play, AD will give a fuck.
Like
But if you tell him,
it doesn't all matter, then
we're
I'll
gonna
take
go
it.
play for the NBA title and we want you to be the face of our franchise, then I'm not gonna take him.
But then you wouldn't take
But if we
either.
just, yeah. But if we're just gonna go play pickup, I'll take AD for sure. He'll be quiet.
Okay, if you are going to try and build a team, would you take Cat or Anthony Davis?
Neither.
You only had a choice of these two. Really? How far down will you go? We'll take Capella. You have Capella, Cat, or Anthony Davis. Who will you take?
But you can't build a team around any of those Nayas because they can't.
I didn't say they had to be number one. Who would you take?
go with why. Why? Why would you?
I would take Cat.
Yeah. That's why I said, man. I think your question is right, but it's wrong timing. Wrong timing for this question.
You should have had this question after 5, Bira. You can't come ask this question now.
Anyway, okay, let's move on to basketball. That's still gonna happen. Katie, give us a quick rundown of big fixtures for the next maybe 2 or 3 days that we should look out for.
Preferably with people inside and outside your fancy team.
maybe.
Okay, maybe we can do that. Let's see. Tonight, New York, Cleveland. That's worth a mention.
For sure.
Minnesota, San Antonio. Two top teams in the West at the moment.
I'm a little bit disappointed. I was quite high on Minnesota coming in, mooring people, but
yeah,
it hasn't happened yet.
Look,
it's also a new team.
They're 4-3, so they're not entirely shit. They're better than the Mavs at the moment.
Too sorry. Too sorry. Right? I heard the craziest, weirdest stat, right? Because they were gonna play with the two bigs, right?
Yeah.
And then Gobert's got this. He should have a stat called the screen assist, because he set screens and Owens who score, right? And then they were like, when Ant sits, when he runs pick and rolls, right? If he runs a pick and roll with Cat, right, the dude shoots like 50-odd%, right? If he runs it with Gobert, he shoots 20%. Yeah. And then they have Russell, right? D'Lo, right? Who's exactly the opposite. If he runs a pick and roll with Gobert, he shoots over 50%. If he runs it with Cat, 20%. Weird. Weird.
That is weird.
Yeah. But again, I think that's one of those fixable things, right? When they figure that shit out, right, it'll be proper.
Yeah. Minnesota. I haven't watched a lot of their games, but Minnesota, I would not bet against them on any night. I would not bet against them on any night. They look like on any given night they could fuck up.
They got enough owns with their fireballs.
Yeah. Even D'Lo, to Cat, to like these are proper players. These are proper players, and on any given night, that's a 30-point player, and that's dangerous. You got 4 brass that can on any given night score 40. God damn, you have a chance. Yeah.
And you got big Owens who can pin the ball on the backboard. All of them.
Yeah. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
Any other games, Kirk?
Okay, so if I were to pick a game out of the East and out of the West each night, tonight I would go Indiana, Brooklyn in the East and Memphis, Utah in the West. Right?
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Who would say that about Utah ever this season?
Oh, yeah. But if we haven't watched them yet, that would be a good game to
correct.
Get
That's exactly what I'm thinking now.
Yeah,
I more than likely would not watch them, but that sounds like a game that will be fun. That sounds like a game where Ja Morant will say, "My bro, this look like a highlights game."
Then Wednesday, there's a bar. Chicago, Brooklyn. For you,
Yes.
Wesley, you should watch that game. I'll watch Golden State, Miami. Tim, you can watch a pick of either Orlando, OKC, because who the fuck wants to watch that? Or you can watch Minnesota Phoenix. That shouldn't be a bad game. That's also a good game to get in on some Minnesota action. Yeah.
To be quiet. And it's later probably.
That's the early morning game. Yeah.
Kirk, where are you looking at these fixtures?
On ESPN.com.
Ah, damn it. Okay, listen, can I play this game with Wes? Right? Because
yes.
you'll see this right now. Wes on ESPN, right? It'll tell you who's playing the time, right? And then it'll show you tickets as low as.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe do.
Okay, so cool. So I'm gonna help set you up here, right?
Right. Yeah.
So the Atlanta versus Toronto, right?
Yeah.
You can get a ticket there for as low as $28.
Where they playing?
Hey?
Where they playing?
They must be playing in Toronto.
You see, that's why.
All right, cool.
For how much?
$28.
That's a lot.
Cheap.
Tickets as low as. Okay. Cool. Right? How much would you pay for a Chicago Brooklyn game in Brooklyn? Tickets as low as. How close are you gonna get?
I think you can pick up a ticket for $35.
No, sir, $49. Don't undervalue the power of New York. Right?
Yeah.
How about
I was going worst case.
How about Golden State in Miami? Tickets as low as.
Sure.
Golden State in Miami.
Golden State in Miami. Remember, Chicago and Brooklyn was $49, right? Golden State in Miami.
That's going to be very expensive because that's the previous champion. And it's in Miami. That's going to be $80.
No, sir. People in Miami don't like basketball. It's $56, right? I'm going to give you two more. At least get within like a $5, $10 range.
$5.
Right? Okay, cool. Atlanta in New York. I'm not gonna look.
Oh, no, that will be big.
Atlanta in New York.
I know that Madison Square Garden is super expensive. Okay. And I know that New York hates Trae Young.
True story. So
I'm going to say $62.
Okay.
Good. $80.
Sissa, one chance. $79. Look at that. Bang. Of course, he
see, I was going to go high.
Yes.
I was going to go high, and then Tim made me.
Okay. Okay. Teams of the future and small town teams, right? Yes. Orlando versus Oklahoma City. Tickets as low as.
Nah. Yeah. Promo tickets. I would say tickets as low as $20.
$20. Kirk said?
$5. I've seen tickets $4. As low as $5. Yo.
I was like, Kirk's pretty good at this shit, actually. Next time I buy a ticket, I'm gonna call Kirk. Is this you?
Yo, $4.
But isn't it amazing the swing of these tickets as low as, and literally, I mean, the games that are not interesting on. Although this is interesting, Detroit in Milwaukee.
I would say that's about $30.
I was about to go 35.
Okay, we got 30, 35, $6.
Wow.
I don't know.
$10 for that face.
I was like, I'll try and take a screenshot of your guys being frozen. $6.
That's low to watch Giannis.
That's and low to watch Cade.
Yes.
Strange. That is very strange. And that's in Milwaukee. Maybe that's like a home crowd that is almost tired of the team winning fuckloads of games. So they want to go to a big game.
or that arena is sold out and the only tickets available are fucking nosebleeds right on top, and that's the only tickets you can get.
Possible. Possible.
For that.
Yo, that was interesting. Give me one more, Timmy. One more game of a small town.
You want a small town?
Yeah, I want in comparison to the big boys. So tickets.
Okay, this is a good one. This is a good one. This is a good one. Memphis at the Red Hot Utah.
$9.
Nah, Utah, they tanking.
They're fucking 5-1 or something, or 5-2.
$6. $6.
$9. Nah, I mean, Kirk's fucking right. I mean, Kirk is literally on the fucking money.
Did you see? I did not look away from this because I was looking at this thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally, Kirk has been within one on every one of his bets.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've been shopping for NBA tickets for a long time. I've never gone. But I've always been like, yo, I want to go to that.
So tickets don't really have much to do with the team's success as much as it has to do with the city you're playing in.
Maybe that's where the big
Money
market, small market comes into play, where they say Milwaukee's a small market, even though they champs or whatever.
Okay.
You can't charge much. But why?
Washington at Philly.
At
no, Philly. Nobody says Washington.
But Philly's a big market. Philly's a big, passionate market.
Yes. But so is New York. But when New York plays Sacramento, the tickets are shit.
It's $9.
Sure.
Yeah, you see. That makes sense.
Chicago's tickets are cock expensive.
It's Chicago. It's a major city.
Charlotte at Chicago.
Yeah.
$31.
Sure.
Yeah, because it's Michael Jordan's team playing in Chicago.
So just in case Michael Jordan sticks out. Maybe you put a kit on.
Mensa will pay $31 just to sit somewhere close to Michael, my bro.
You reckon he's still got that much? I don't think Michael got that much influence.
Did you not see when they did the Jordan launch in Paris?
But that's Paris. That's South America.
Okay.
But you know what's interesting? Do you know what's interesting? Sorry, tell me before you go on. When they do that sneaker cams, the amount of Jordan worn in the arenas, that is an interesting thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got three random ones for you.
Hit me.
Three random ones. Milwaukee in Minnesota.
$15.
$9.
$50.
You.
But hold on. Isn't
but
Minnesota
now you're looking for outliers now. Now you're trying to fang us out your food.
No.
And interesting.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota's a big city.
Yeah, they're all big cities, bro.
No, man, you know what I mean. Big money city. Minnesota's a big city. I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay. Chicago in Boston.
That is money. That's money.
25.
Yeah, I'd say 35, 40.
73.
One
last one.
Because they've just got a new arena now. That's why.
Boston.
Newish. Yeah, newish.
Okay.
It's not super new, but it's
okay. Golden State in Orlando.
Still Golden State though. Anywhere Golden State go is going to be a big ticket because people want to see the previous champion. It's like if you add Curry in there, if you add LeBron in there, tickets go up. So I'm gonna say.
Okay, wait. Don't answer. Golden State, Orlando. Golden State at Orlando, right? And then also at the same time, give me Golden State at New Orleans. The Pels.
Orlando will be much, much cheaper. Sorry, much more expensive than the Pelicans.
Why?
I think so.
We just saw Miami was cut. Florida don't like basketball.
And the Pels are
Bunch
good.
of older.
No, but tickets are
Trying
not
to-
based on how
he's-
they play.
He's trying to
Clearly.
bomb your cop. He's trying to bomb your cop, yeah. He's trying to play mind games with you.
I'm basing my ticket prices on the city that they play in now.
Okay. So Orlando, New Orleans. But Golden State at both. What are the prices of the tickets?
I would believe that Orlando is going to cost more
Okay.
because it's a bigger city than New Orleans. So I'm gonna go. The one would be maybe $30 and the other one's gonna be $15. Pelicans $15.
1-5.
Yeah.
30 and 15. Okay, cool. Katie?
I'll go Orlando. New Orleans is going to be like low 40s, high 30s. Call it 38.
Okay.
And Orlando, 25.
Okay.
38-25.
New Orleans was 43. Okay, that was pretty close.
No,
Yeah.
I was way off.
But in principle, you had at least the right idea because Golden State at Orlando is 69.
Yo.
Orlando's Disney,
Yo.
man. Orlando's Disney.
That's not Disney, though.
No.
Paradise. Paradise.
That's not Disney.
If I just go through the other games at Orlando, if I can find any.
New York isn't Madison Square Garden. Paradise Madison Square Garden.
Oh, wait, yo. Is that because it's Golden State? Because
Yeah.
Yes.
Sacramento,
Yes.
Orlando's $13.
at Orlando, I just saw that now, yeah.
It's the only other Orlando game that's on the
So when
side.
a big team plays in a big city, it's very expensive.
If you click on the team and you go full schedule, then it gives you all their games with ticket prices down the side.
Does Orlando look like that normally? Like what are you there now?
I'm there now.
So
No.
what's Orlando's spread price look?
That's like by far the highest. Versus Sac 13, versus Houston 10, versus Dallas 18, versus Phoenix 20, versus Charlotte 9, versus Minnesota 10, versus that's at versus Philly.
The power of
47,
Steph,
that's really
sir.
high.
The power of Steph.
Bro. Versus Philly 22, versus Atlanta 16. There's nothing else to that. It's only that Philly one that was big at 47.
Now go check if you can. Go check the Lakers at Madison Square Garden against the Knicks. That's gonna be like no. It'll be two teams that are not playing well, but that will be like $100.
Okay.
You look for that Lakers. Look for the Lakers.
Then you will see the power of LeBron James.
Yo, against Boston, $140.
Exactly. That's why he's the king. Because the amount of money he brings your franchise when he comes is why he is who he is.
Against Golden State 76, against Portland 97.
How's it?
Memphis 89.
At New York 174.
Knew it.
So, but now
Golden State 196. Philadelphia 217.
So look at this. Here's an interesting stat. At home, at LA,
Yeah.
he doesn't top 100. He barely tops 50. On the road, he barely drops below 100.
Is that not because you can see him more often? You can see more often at home than when he comes twice a year to Philadelphia.
And Lakers is the Los Angeles team of stars. I mean, City of Stars.
Yes. There's enough of them. There's enough superstars to see. Yeah.
Well,
but how interesting is that, man?
The Knicks at
that LeBron.
Oh, never mind. My bad. Sorry, I did it wrong. My bad.
What?
I was gonna go Knicks at Los Angeles 174. Then I realized no, that was at Madison Square Garden. Never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But it was very funny for me because one of the reasons why when we went in 2018 was because when Cleveland came to New York, they played back to back. They played Brooklyn and they played the Knicks. So I knew if I'm in New York, I'd catch them at one of the games. I would be able to watch LeBron play. But the ticket difference was like, it was stupid. And obviously, Cleveland was a great team at the time, but both Brooklyn and the Knicks weren't playing well at the time. The teams were poor. But like,
so nothing's changed.
Yeah. But it was so interesting because you could pick up a Tuesday night ticket in Brooklyn for like $25, $30. And then when Cleveland played in New York, I think the cheapest ticket was like $120. It was like a 30-minute train ride, a 20-minute train ride. Like $110 difference. Like yarra.
Because it's the storied Madison Square Garden. With cuck seats and cuck views.
Yeah. But I had to go see the King. Anyway, roundups. So we got our ticket prices. We got our games to watch. Kirk, just quickly, Wednesday night, best East game, best West game.
No, we did Wednesday night already.
Okay, go Thursday.
Best East is Chicago, Brooklyn.
Oh yeah.
Best West is Mini Phoenix. Thursday, Boston, Cleveland. That's one I'm definitely gonna watch.
Yes.
Utah, Dallas, potentially. And New Orleans, Los Angeles, because I'm rooting for Los Angeles because I want my beer. Come on, LeBron, you can do it. Yeah, that's it.
All right, boys. All right, so we got a good couple of games ahead. I'm actually really looking forward to that Bulls Brooklyn game. I think that's going to be a quiet game. I think Brooklyn should win it, but I wouldn't count the Bulls out. Tell me, any final thoughts about the week ahead?
How did you turn your back on the Bulls?
No, I didn't.
Brooklyn.
I didn't.
Oh, Brooklyn.
I still like them. I just think they're not going to win that game.
Okay. Sure. This is a far cry from last year where they were going to go 10-0 and what. Is my beer full?
In Vucevic, we trust.
Are you playing some sort of reverse psychology on your own team? When they play the Cuckers team, you say, this is the game they're going to lose against the Cuckers team.
Now I've learned with the Bulls, my expectations can't be too high.
Okay.
But I enjoy them. But I enjoy watching them.
Let's call Tommy out and let's see. We've got from today until our next meet. No, there's not a lot there. It's 1, 2. They're only playing 2 games.
The Mavs?
Tell us so. Yeah, Mavs only playing 2 games for the rest of this week until next Monday.
Oh, like Premier League players, yo.
Okay, let's go until next week Tuesday. 3 games. They're playing all at home. They're playing Utah, Toronto, Brooklyn.
I think the next 6 games are at home or something like that.
No, the next 3, and then there's 2 away, and then there's a frack at home. Yeah,
But also, so OKC was at home, and then the one last night was also at home.
Oh, so they played 2 at home, and they got another 3 at home, and they got 2 on the road, and they got 6 at home. No wonder they got such a liquor record. And it's not even that liquor.
How do you think they're going to do, Timmy?
We're exposing your team here, Timmy.
Against the...
Okay, it's 3 teams. Utah, Toronto, Brooklyn, all at home.
Okay. Make your pick, Timmy. Utah, Toronto, Brooklyn. Yeah, they can win all 3 of those games.
But they'll go 2-1. They're still figuring shit out.
Okay, 2-1.
2-1.
I'm gonna go 3-0. Kirk, you go.
I would also go 3-0.
Yo,
Although,
the dad is
wait.
bad. It's 2-1.
I'm gonna go 1-2. Because they haven't won or lost 2 in a row. They've gone lost one, won one, lost one, won one, lost one, won one, lost one. So if I go with that trend, they're gonna lose one, win one, lose one.
Okay, 1-2, 2-1, 3-0.
3-0.
Okay, I like that.
Although, anyway,
no, there's no cap.
I'm probably just giving away
taxi backsies.
Yeah, I'm giving away beers now. Yeah.
No, this is not for beers. This is just a warm up to get us into the mood. So when one of us wins this, then we're going to be staked up in the main and go, this beer on
Dallas. Hi, boys. This was a liquor one.
The juices flowing.
Yeah. This was a different type of episode because we had no plan. But I liked how the conversation flowed. It was liquor. But I'll be better next week, I promise. I'll send you questions that I won't ask.
And then we won't answer.
Don't worry. You're only going to introduce yourself again next season. Don't worry, Kirk. Okay. I won't know you all got it.
My bro. I had to go find my CV quickly to remember what I did.
Peace out, fellas.
All right.
Have a liquor week. Enjoy the basketball.
Thanks, Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.